Remember all those snide comments I used to make about audio jewelry and you don't need all that fucking, fancy ass fucking cables and all that bullshit? Oh, I'm wearing it. Silver. Hey. So, my buddy Ernie there, Ernest Meunier of ArgentPur Cables, I've been building those solid silver amplifiers, and we have made a sale recently, which was great. The gentleman lives in here in Phoenix. He's been enjoying the amps now for the last few days, and he's got to let it, sink in and all that stuff. But hey, sometimes no news is good news. That's what Leo told me anyways. When customers don't call back after a delivery, that means everything went well. Anyhow, so let's get back to cables. You guys saw my ArgentPur amplifier review. This is about the cables, and I mentioned a little bit about the cables and all that in the first video. Well, Ernie since then sent me enough XLRs to basically connect my output of the stellar audio goes into the Tascam, and then when I'm not recording, I can basically pump it straight out of here. I got enough cable length to go from here to here or here to there, either way. So, but yeah, I mean, he shipped me these cables, and yeah, they don't have the normal fancy Neutrik ends that are on there. He basically built these specially for me. The workmanship's excellent, right? I mean, yeah, these don't look like fancy fucking cables right now, right, with the big heat shrink, but this is for me, okay? This is not for a regular paying customer, right? All I can tell you guys is this solid silver stuff, and see, as usual, Ernie signed it. It's, see, February 2024. This stuff works. It's not like some people will say, well, I can just get an equalizer and do the same damn thing, right? And I'm like, no, it's this stuff here, and I'll give you the example. It was Friday night. I purposely didn't have anything to drink, and I am now, but what the hell. So I left my copper straight wire cables in, the Symphony cables, and put on T for the Tillerman, the Mobile Fidelity CD. It sounded good, and there's nothing, nothing out of the ordinary, right? And I'm used to it and all this. Played a few tracks, paid attention. Then I swapped the cables out, and in order to go from my preamp to each of the Black Ice Audio F100 amps, and by the way, those are not the KT170s. I know they're out of frame right now. Well, I'm still waiting for them to come in. So same buddy Craig there that I mentioned in the last video lent me 8 brand new, still in the box 6550 tongue saws. Sounds amazing. And I found out too that, and I suspected this a long time ago, those fucking PS vein tubes from fucking China, they suck ass, man. Because I was having a hard time keeping the bias stable on both these amps, right? And I never bothered talking to Jared about it because I figured, whatever. And can't really say if it was detrimental to the sound quality, but it was annoying because you're always worried about you're going to fry one of the tubes by over-biasing them, right? So I popped these things in. I let them soak in for about an hour, get them stable. They set them all to 60 milliamps. And boom, they're locked in. They're stable. I mean, right now I can look at the meter and they all say 60, 60, 60, all 8 tubes. So anyways, that's my little rant. Getting back to the cables and the sound quality. So I ran the cables, fished them through the drywall, because again, it's a 5-meter run from here out to there, because I measured it with Ernie while he was on the phone a couple of weeks ago. And then it's about a 2-meter run from here out to the back of the amps through the wall in the garage. Go on his website and you'll see the pricing for those lengths, and then there's the 27% early adopters thing. So again, nothing's for free, right? But the fact that Ernie took the time to put these cables together for me, and again, like Leo's DAC, as a thank you for building those first 10 amps, that means a lot, man. So what I heard with T for the Tillerman was certain musical cues that were there in the music when I had the straight wire copper cables in were a lot more present and out front with these. And I've also got, remember I told you about back at Christmas time, Ernie sent me the 4-footers that go from the Black Ice amps out to the Klipsches. And I've also got silver plated connectors I got. Again, they're from overseas as well, but they're legit, you know, they're actual silver coated. And I replaced all the binding posts on the back of the Klipsches with the silver plated posts. From the subwoofers to the Klipsches, right? I've got silver plated banana plugs that I put on top of the copper plugs from the little SVS cables that Ron Bernay gave me a few years back when he did the Bose 901 review. Good luck finding it on his YouTube channel. I think he pulled it. It's a long story. I'm not upset with him. Him and I are still buds. It's all good. Which, by the way, guys, I'll be in Dallas this week at the Southwest Audio Show there, working with the Black Ice guys, and probably roaming around the building and all that good stuff. That's my last show of the year. I'm not doing CAF. I'm not doing Exponum. My wife says save the money up. She wants to go to Munich next year, and then England on the way back home. So let's see how that works out. All right, so getting back to this. So yes, these musical cues were coming out. They were more out in front. And again, there's no hardness to these cables. Basically, every audiophile bullshit analogy applies. And if it sounds like I'm shilling for Ernie and ArgentPur, of course I am, right? Of course I am, right? But again, nothing is free, right? So I helped Ernie out. Ernie's helped me out, I think, more than I helped him out. Doesn't matter. You know, it was the thought that counted. And, you know, we had an agreement that, yes, he wouldn't pay me cash or, you know, anything for the labor for building all those amps or, you know, designing the layout or all this. I said, you pay me in silver cable, that's fine. But I always told him the customer comes first, right? Do his customer stuff, because he told me what a fucking pain in the ass was pushing that solid silver wire through the Teflon and then having to braid it like this whole triple braiding thing that he does, right? And so anyways, that's the end of the video for this. If you can afford the cables, you know, please give Ernie a call, like I mentioned in the amplifier video. His email address is there, and yeah, I can't tell you guys anymore. You know, I've not turned into one of those audiophile idiots, but I'm now starting to see the light, and I'm liking what I'm hearing. All right, guys, have a good night. It's time to go to bed. Cheers.